Hello everyone! I want to tell about defense with URANUS EURO 2mm sponge on blade YINHE Long 8S. I want to point out that on this blade, these pips in defense provide the widest and the most various possibilities. You may play any ball as either super heavy underspin or moderate underspin chop, or turn loops with heavy topspin into no-spin return, which opponents, of course, usually direct away from the table or even far away. The defense itself with these pips on this blade is very comfortable and controlling. That is, you may chop both near the table against not heavy attacks and against heavy one from afar and return. Everything is comfortable and controlling, except for situations when there is no time and you return it only to hit the table. But when you have time to think about the ball, you return to opponent. You may play a lot of variations from the most of the balls. That is, you may put backspin or not. Play no spin return against the ball with heavy spin. It of course requires technique training, but the rubber easily allows all of it. I felt it without problem at once. Like when opponent plays heavy spin, I return totally no spin ball, and he plays loop away from the table. Besides variations of chop strength, it presents an absence. There is also possible side spin, though I wasn't trying it in this video, so I will tell and show you some next time. But I may say that is possible to play, and it's the strong point of the rubber either. You may play forehand and backhand side chops. Now I want to tell about one important peculiarity of short pips URANUS POLY EURO on 2mm sponge. And not only important peculiarity, but one of the strongest points of this rubber. It's not only pips with friction, with grip. It's pips that provides opportunity to play super heavy chop against no spin or any other ball. I speak about the beginning of the rally. Either when you return the ball with pips or when you serve and opponent plays weak opening attack. In such a situation, you may play super heavy chop. So super heavy. That is heavier than the one played with pips in rubber. Now you can see how my opponent serves. I chop, sometimes super heavy against his balls. And he attacks into the net, even into the root of the net. I saw such a technical and tactical element in other defenders who play short pips, and played it on my own, as recently I've played with ordinary URANUS and now I'm only trying URANUS EURO. But I played this element with ordinary URANUS in some match play. Some opponents didn't even pay attention that I have short pips instead of long one. And from the first ball, I return with super heavy chop on the table with short pips, and opponent at once directs the ball in the net. Even playing against more attentive opponents who noticed that I was playing with pips which allow heavy chop, they anyway often underestimated the strength of the backspin on my chop and make mistakes while trying to attack. As for drive with URANUS POLY EURO on 1.5mm sponge, if to compare to 2mm sponge, We've tried 1.5 millimeters, and I may say that on this thickness of the rubber, it was more difficult for me to play the drive, if to compare the thicker sponge. But still, opponent receives even more difficult balls, if to compare to thicker sponge. My opponents pointed out that you cannot play against this drive like against pips in rubber or short pips on thick sponge. As the ball is low, you need to play carefully, make pauses, pay attention, that it's more difficult ball than usually. In general, I may say about URANUS Euro as about other Euro versions pips by YINHE, that the rubber is very interesting, effective, and not only costs its money, it even offers much better playing abilities, as if often to compare to more expensive rubbers by other companies, to other pips. It's not worse, as minimum, and often is even better.
Он быстрый прилетает и ныряет. Не спишь? Ну, так неудобно.
Ну он же что-то очень много попадает такого, приготовься.
Да ёпарас это альбом. Закроешь руку. Чупак тянет. Так удобно все. Чупа.
Була.
Чупа.